It's me again. I just wanted to say a few things. My son's fixing to pick up my grandbabies for a doctor appointment, so I had a few moments to record a video, and I wanted to say hey, show everybody my new hair, or lack thereof. I think it makes me look better. I would never keep it that way. I usually get like 2 haircuts a year, and this is what it looks like. But I'll have to see if I keep it or not. I need to change the color of this, I think, because it makes me look a little bit too old. But anyhow, I just wanted to say hi to everybody, let everybody know that I'm out there, that things are going good, and wanted to talk for just a brief moment about being successful in life and what being successful really means. I'm struggling in a lot of ways, and it's usually caused by something that we do. We do the things that will prevent us from being successful. And then the other thing is, you have to first ask yourself, what does being successful mean? Because successful doesn't necessarily mean that you have tons of money. Successful means that you're secure, satisfied, and happy in your life. This is something that I feel blessed about, because I am secure and happy and satisfied in my life. But where I lack, where I'm having a problem, is financially. Struggled with that all my life. Most of it's caused by things that I do. The other thing is health issues that have made hospital bills so high that I can't afford to pay them, and much less anything else. So the point is, though, let's talk about how to be successful and what do you have to do to get where you want to get. For those of you, first of all, who I think are Christian, for those of you that are Christian, the first thing I could really suggest is getting right with God. God's the one thing, the one constant, that if we follow His precepts, we'll be able to be successful in all areas of our life, and He will give us the things that we need to do, and the things that we need to achieve our success. Now, I'm not talking about this in like like the old prosperity messages of, you give to God, God's going to make you rich and wealthy. Yeah, that's not what the Bible promises. The Bible doesn't promise us abundance of things when we follow what God calls us to and what God wants us to do. But it doesn't always necessarily mean money either. But it can be, and money can and is needed in this world. And if you go back and you look at the early church, you will see where there were people that there were some that didn't own homes. But there were people that owned homes, owned property, and they participated in the church in a sharing way by taking what they had and sharing it with those that didn't. Now, some people would look at that almost in a socialistic type of atmosphere, but see, the difference is when you're doing it with love and with God in your heart, it's not really socialism or socialistic. It's that you're doing it because you love God and you know that you have the benefits, you have things that somebody else don't have, and so you can help them. And I'm not talking about taking people and just giving them things so they don't have to do anything either. The Bible's big on talking about things like you teach a man to fish and he'll eat for a lifetime. But if you just give him a fish, he's only going to eat for that meal. But now, from a personal point and a personal level, one thing I would really highly recommend, and again, remember, I'm doing this from a Christian standpoint. If you're non-Christian, if you're a non-believer, if you're an atheist, this won't work for you. This ain't what you want to do. I would say you need to rethink your position, but that's not my place. So what I'm going to say is, Christians, what I want you to do is make sure that you're oh boy, I'm losing I can't do it. My brain doesn't always work right. But I'm talking about where you need to be rooted in a good church. And once you're rooted in a good church, you need to participate in that church. Do things with the church. Do things with the fellow Christians, because you are really who you are around. And if you go to church on Sunday, and then the rest of the week you're just in the world, you will have no choice but to be of the world. So what I'm telling you is get rooted in a good church. Make sure that you do tithe. Now, and this is not a message about tithing, but make sure that you do tithe, because you're telling God that, yes, I understand that everything I have comes from you, and so therefore I'm going to give you back the 10% of your money that you already gave me. That's showing God that you can be trusted, and that's showing God that you love him and will follow what his precepts are. Now, once you start doing things like these, your life will change. And sometimes that can be difficult. And I honestly think that the more money you make, sometimes the more difficult it is to tithe. I've got a story I'd like to share, but there's not enough time on this video to do that, but I got to try to remember it in the future, about a gentleman who started out in life cutting lawns. And he would make, say $100 a week or whatever, and he'd put $10 a week in the church offering plate, and then it goes on from there, and I'll get back with you on that. But I wanted to really tell you, if you want to be successful, get rooted in a good church, hang with those people that are rooted as well, and then make sure that your life reflects the love you have for God. Help yourself by getting rid of anger, getting rid of worry, getting rid of stress. Give that all to God. If you do that, that's the beginnings of being successful. And we'll have some more videos on that. I'm going to try to see if I can't post a video at least every couple of days in a series. But I need you guys to share these for me. I need these videos out there where people can see them, and we can go from there. So thank you. Until the next time, God bless, and you have a good day.
Well, hello once again. This is kind of a late addition to a video I posted several months ago called Success Part 1, and this is Success Part 2. But I'm not going to do the way I normally do. I'm just going to give you kind of hopefully a short addition to what success was. I had mentioned in that I wanted to explain a story when I was talking about tithing and why I feel it's important. And I know a lot of people disagree with tithing, so I mean, you can leave comments, tell me what you think, whatever. But I believe in tithing. I don't necessarily always get it done right myself, but I do believe in tithing. But here's the story I want to share, because I thought it was kind of a cool story, so to speak. But there was a young man that truly loved God, and he started a lawnmower service, going around cutting lawns or whatever. And this was back in the day, so he wasn't making quite as much as what they charge now, but he'd charge a couple dollars, to cut someone's lawn. He wasn't doing anything fancy at the time. He was just cutting lawns. And he'd go out at the end of a week, he'd make $10, $14, but for easy numbers, I'm going to use 10. And so when he made $10, he always took $1 and he put it aside, and that was for tithing on Sunday morning when he'd go to church. He was always really close with his pastor and everything else like that, and he had a really good understanding of what tithing was. And it didn't take him long, several months of cutting lawns, he was suddenly making like $100 a week cutting lawns. And so, he had $10 put aside that he'd put in the church plate and do that, and his business kept growing to where all of a sudden he was making $1,000 a week cutting lawns, because he had actually hired some people to work for him, and they weren't just cutting lawns anymore, they were doing little landscaping things. So when he made $1,000, this was his profit, and he made $1,000 or whatever, he gave $100 in the church plate. Well, his business kept growing literally like gangbusters, and suddenly he was making $10,000, and I don't remember if that was in a month kept growing his business, really grew gangbusters. At one point, he got up to $100,000 a month, so he dropped $10,000 in the offering plate. But then the business grew and grew and grew and grew, and he was making like $1 million. And when he got up to that, he went in and he had a talk with the pastor. He said, "Pastor, I really need some help. I really need to understand, what I'm doing. I need to understand I need to drop $100,000 in the offering plate, and I have a really hard time with that. That's a lot of money to drop into the offering plate." And the pastor was saying, "Well, why are you saying you have to drop $100,000 in the offering plate?" And he said, "Well, my business has really grown from the early days. I mean, we made $1 million, and he said, so should the pastor asked me, said, "Well, now why do you think your business has grown?" And I said, "Well, I think we do a good job. We're a good, strong, motivated company, and we give the customer what they want." And the pastor said, "Okay, well, that sounds good." He said, "Now throughout all this, you've been tithing here 10%, and God has promised that it's not always necessarily money, but God has promised that He will always outgive you whatever you give. He's giving you 7, 10 times more than what you're giving." And so you have to think about the fact that maybe God is the reason that your business is growing so successfully, because you're being faithful to God. And the young man said, "Well, yeah, I accept that, and I believe that." He said, "But it still doesn't make it any easier for me just to go throw $100,000 in the offering plate." And I said, I just need some help." And the pastor said, "Well, I tell you what, I can help you. Why don't we have a prayer?" And the young man said, "Well, okay, I'm good with prayer." So the pastor said, "Dear Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for all the blessings that you give. We want to thank you for how you help this young man grow in his business and be successful. We want to thank you for allowing him to participate in the church funds. And Lord, right now, this young man is struggling because of tithing. He's feeling like to throw $100,000 in the tithing plate might be too much." And I guess I can understand that, Lord. So what I'd like to do here is to ask you to help reduce this young man's business back to a point where he's comfortable with his tithing level. And before the pastor could finish, the young man was like, whoa, wait a minute. I don't want my business to go down. I just want to know about the $100,000, And the pastor said, "Well, see, that's the point. You've been blessing God because He's been blessing you, and He blesses you more than you bless Him. And you want to stay faithful to Him, but you have a hard time with that amount of money. So in order for you to be able to stay faithful with Him, I thought we could just pray that, your income would get back down to a level to where you were comfortable with your tithing amount." And the young man said, "I got to think on this." And he left. As the story goes, I don't know what happened after that. I don't know if the young man's business went down so he could afford to tithe, or if he continued to tithe, his business continued to grow. But I always found that to be a funny story, because that's how we operate in life. We get successful, and sometimes we forget about God along that path of success. Because once we're early on, when we don't have the success that we think we should have, we're constantly expecting things from God. We're praying, and we're being faithful, and everything else. But then all of a sudden, it comes to a point where you might feel like, well, I really don't need God right now. I mean, look where I'm at. I got everything I can do. And the point is, you got what you need, and you got blessed more because of God. If you decide to hold back because you think now it's suddenly too much, then you have to remember that God's going to hold back as well, because He's going to always bless you in relation to how you bless Him and how you bless others. Does God need your money? God does not need your money. God doesn't need anything from you, but he needs obedience. He needs love, and he needs sacrifice. And I think for this young man, $100,000 seemed like too much of a sacrifice. I worked hard for all this, and so that's a lot of money to sacrifice. But that's what our relationship with God is. We sacrifice for him because he sacrificed first for us. And I think that if you stop and think about that, and you begin your road to success, and you include God in your road to success, you will be successful. You will get where you want to get. Now, some people who know me might say, well, Art, what about you? Look where you're at. Yeah, you know what? I'm not wealthy by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, I probably fall in the category of poor. But I'm very rich in blessings because of my family, my friends, and everything else. And so I've been blessed, but I don't feel like I've always blessed God back. I don't feel like I've always done exactly what I need to do. So think about that. Please share this video and comment. Tell me what you think. I don't mind if you don't agree with me. I keep telling folks this. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to like me. But comment, share this, get this out there so we can get conversations going, important conversations. So until the next time, remember, I'll always love you. May God bless you and keep you. May he make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. May he look on you with favor and give you peace.